Welcome to the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex in Florida, where the story of humanity's journey into space comes to life. Our journey begins at Heroes and Legends, where this striking sculpture honors the astronauts whose courage helped open the space age. Here, visitors reflect on the pioneers of NASA's earliest missions and the bravery that made human space exploration possible. From here, we continue to the famous Rocket Garden. The Rocket Garden features historic rockets from the early years of American spaceflight. Standing beneath them, you quickly understand the scale required to send astronauts into orbit. These launch vehicles trace the progression from the Mercury and Gemini programs to the technologies that helped enable Apollo. From this angle, you can truly see the massive scale of these historic rockets. Throughout the garden, displays explain how each rocket worked and the missions they supported. Along the walkway, colorful flags represent the many nations that have contributed to space exploration. For many visitors, walking among these rockets becomes one of the most memorable moments of the entire tour. From here, we continue to the Launch Complex 39 observation gantry. Standing here, visitors can imagine the immense coordination required to launch a rocket into space. From this vantage point, visitors can look out across the historic launch pads used for some of NASA's most important missions. These grounds witnessed the launches of Apollo and Space Shuttle rockets, where astronauts began their journeys beyond Earth. Inside the exhibit area, interactive displays reveal the complex systems behind every launch, highlighting the teamwork and coordination required for a successful space mission. Continuing on, we arrive at the Heroes and Legends Plaza. At its center, a striking sculpture honors the astronauts who shaped the earliest years of human spaceflight. Nearby exhibits highlight the incredible achievements that followed, including the historic Apollo missions to the Moon. Next, we head to one of Kennedy Space Center's most remarkable destinations, the Apollo and Saturn V Center. Inside stands the legendary Saturn V rocket, the most powerful rocket ever successfully flown. Built for the Apollo program, it carried astronauts on the missions that landed humans on the Moon. Stretching more than 360 feet, Saturn V remains one of the greatest engineering achievements in history. Interactive exhibits throughout the center bring the Apollo era vividly to life. Our final stop is the Space Shuttle Atlantis exhibit. Atlantis flew 33 missions, supporting research, satellite deployment, and construction of the International Space Station. Displayed up close, the orbiter reveals the innovation behind NASA's Space Shuttle program. That concludes our tour of the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. From the pioneers honored at Heroes and Legends, to the historic rockets of the Rocket Garden, to Saturn V and the Space Shuttle Atlantis, each stop reveals another chapter in humanity's journey into space. Kennedy Space Center is more than a museum. It is a place where history was made and where the future of exploration continues.